Welcome to We Can Wednesday. We're going to whop ourselves into action. WHOP for wealthy, healthy, on purpose. I am Unstoppable Tracy, and so grateful that you're all joining in. You know, last week we talked about change, how we're all going through significant change right now in our lives, personally, at work, with our organizations, and so building in some practices so that we can face those changes. And we learned about half-truths. We learned that people resist change, and some people won't be able to change. And we learned the half-truth about a clear business case gets broad support for change. And we learned the half-truth about detailed plans guarantee it. Well, those are all half-truths. They don't guarantee it necessarily, and they don't necessarily cause broad support. But what is the other half of the truth of people resist change? The other half of the change resistance half-truth is that people embrace it, and that some people won't be able to change. The other half-truth is that some people will. And so based on some of those half-truths, we learned about the hallmarks of success with change capability was threefold. And I shared with you a Greek letter, which is the triangle, and it's delta for change, and it symbolizes change. And it is the hallmarks for outstanding leaders in research and data that's gathered. You know, leaders who activate and unlock potential are the ones that are able to accept and support and drive those changes. And leaders who communicate for results that inspire maintain that forward momentum. And we also know that leaders who monitor the mechanics and the mood of people are also the ones that get those measurable results because they involve people and it activates that capability. Those hallmarks of capability success that I shared with you last week was this triangle, right? The hallmarks. It's activating capability, it's communicating for results, and it's monitoring the mechanics and the mood. So today is the part of the trifold of the triangle is activating capability. And so in activating capability, it's looking at why is that change needed? Who and what is going to be affected? And what will the success look like at the end of that change? How will you measure success? What are you looking for in that success? Is it, well, maybe that's your measure of success, is my tongue twister there. Or is it finances, or is it relationship, or is it impact or reach? And what reactions have you observed? And how strongly do you support that change? Some of these bits and pieces are part of asking those questions at the beginning of your onset of your change initiative in activating capability. And so in your experience, if an organization or a person or a team or a partner or a child is unable to change, what does that look like, right? You lose customers in a business, you lose money, whether you're an entrepreneur or a family, and there's downsizing and there's layoffs, all of these things that we're seeing right now. This is why change is needed right now, because we're all going through a significant change. And we want to avoid these problems. So what does that capability look like in your people at every level? In an organization, in your CEO, in your directors, and your VPs, and your frontline workers, or in a family, it's your parents and your kids and your grandparents and your neighbors and your nieces and your nephews. Every part of the levels of your family and in an organization need to help others do that and develop that confidence and that flexibility to contribute to constant change. And so there are personal traits that you can see change catalyst people, like are they flexible? Are they open to new ideas? Are they not afraid to try something new? So how do we influence that? Other personality traits are things like asking questions and seeking out answers and advocating change with the rest of the family or with their peers in an organization. So there's 4 practices that activate capability in these change-capable people. 1 is expanding awareness of the business realities. Number 2 is spotlighting strengths and successes. Number 3 is embracing experimentation. And number 4 is encouraging meaningful involvement. Expand awareness of the business realities or family realities. Spotlight strengths and successes in the players. Embrace experimentation. It's okay to fail. And encourage meaningful involvement. So embracing business realities that drive change. Number 1 of 4. What are the business realities right now? What are we all facing with our families and our businesses? The threats, the opportunities, the business conditions that you see. What are like regulatory issues, budget information, change in technology, internal initiatives? What's happening in our marketplace? So these are the business realities. 1 of 4 pieces that activate capability in people at all levels of family and business. Number 2 of 4 was shining the spotlight, pointing to everyone's strengths to activate capability. Find out what people know about, what they've done, what they love, right? This is a powerful way to activate people in the change to help them apply what they already do well. Look for ways to leverage the strength in your family members and in your teammates and in your organizational departments. And when you apply and recognize those unique talents, then you build the individual confidence as well. And that overall provides support for change in activating capability.